Hi, this is Jenny Brav of Radiant Wholeness Healing, and today we're exploring how to balance our feminine energy and our masculine energy, which are energies that we all have, whether we identify as women, as men, as non binary. They're energies that all of us contain within us, and when they're out of balance, that might show up as a lot of anger and irritation and difficulty sleeping, nonstop go, especially if our masculine energy tends to be predominant to the detriment of the feminine, or conversely, we might feel really low energy, paralyzed, have a lot of thoughts and ideas, but difficulty bringing them into the manifest world. In terms of the origins of this imbalance, it can be our own natural tendencies. It can be wounds like mother wounds or father wounds that we carry within us, or there might be trauma that we associate with somebody who's male bodied or female bodied that we might have associated with the energies. And as I said, there are a lot of messages we receive in our culture and society at large. In ours, for example, in the United States, we tend to be conditioned to run a lot of masculine energy, to really focus on the doing and less on relationships, on feeling, on receiving, on intuition. So I invite you to close your eyes and feel into your own masculine, feminine energy. And noticing if you had to guess which one might be in excess, which one might be a little low or suppressed or depleted. Which one would you guess? Noticing if you have patterns of go, 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 difficulty with the stop button, or conversely, difficulty bringing things to fruition, having a lot of ideas, but getting easily overwhelmed or paralyzed. Or the imbalance might show up in a different way as well. Might be emotional, putting other people's needs first. Difficulty honoring yourself, your own needs. And noticing if there are any emotions that might be associated with this imbalance between the masculine and the feminine. There might be a lot of anger and irritation, frustration. Or there might be some overwhelm, powerlessness, sadness, fear. And feeling into whether you have any specific wounds, perhaps associated with one of your guardians or parents, or with any kind of trauma that may or may not be related to someone in your family. And just feeling into whether that might have given you some beliefs about the masculine, the feminine, And feeling both into any memories associated and also into the beliefs themselves. Now imagine that your masculine and feminine energies are perfectly balanced. And that might not be accessible right now, but just feeling into how you might be living and feeling within your life. And also feeling into whether your masculine and feminine communicate with each other. Maybe imagining that they're two beings in a room and just seeing if they face each other, if they're cordial, if they're ignoring each other or fighting. Because sometimes we have pretty strong feminine energy and a pretty strong masculine energy, but we might flip flop between the two and they don't actually work together in tandem. And when you're ready, feel free to open your eyes or you can keep them closed. You're going to tap on the same points as I am and repeat after me in your head or out loud. Feel free to modify the words to match your situation. Tapping on the side of your hand, even though I have this imbalance between my masculine and feminine energies. And it's showing up in my life as. And feel free to add what it's showing up in your life as. If it's the paralysis, the overdoing, nonstop, go, go, go. I am open to loving and accepting myself deeply and completely, even with all of this. Tapping all over the head. High imbalance between my masculine and my feminine. Inside of the eyebrows, high part of me that's constantly on the go. Inside of the eyes has a hard time stopping under the eyes. Thus, learn to get my sense of worth under and above the lips from doing under the collarbone, from performance, middle of the sternum. I see you, ribs. I feel you, side of the body. And I am so grateful inside of the wrist for how hard you work. Other wrist. You have helped me get so far. All over the head. And it's possible inside of the eyebrows. Deep breath. Outside of the eyes. It is possible under the eyes that it doesn't have to be so hard under and above the lips. so much effort. Under the collarbone, breathe. Middle sternum. It's possible that if all of this doing action energy, ribs, were connected to my intuition, side of the body, my inner knowing, wrist, what's wanting to come through me, other wrist, flow, head. It wouldn't be so hard. Inside of the eyebrows, high receptive part of me. Outside of the eyes, I see you. Under the eyes, under and above the lips, I feel you. Under the collarbone, thank you so much, middle sternum, for your guidance. Ribs. I am so sorry. Side of the body. That when you're disconnected from the masculine, wrist, you can feel like you're spinning other wrist alone, head overwhelmed and paralyzed inside of the eyebrows. Outside of the eyes, breathe. And I acknowledge any part of me under the eyes that's carrying wounds to the masculine or the feminine, under and above the lips, or both. Under the collarbone. High wounds, middle of the sternum. High inner child. Ribs. High ancestral baggage. Side of the body. I acknowledge you. Wrist. And it's possible I'm ready to release you. Other wrist. I am open to healing and releasing the wounds to the feminine. All over the head that I might have inherited from my ancestors, inside of the eyebrows, or developed in response to my mother, outside of the eyes, or any other woman under the eyes in my family. Under and above the lips. And just imagine that you're holding any wounds to the feminine, to the expression of the feminine within you. You're holding the memories, the beliefs that you might have developed about the feminine in general, how safe it was for you to express your feminine, and nodding to it, and then just releasing it to light and energy, releasing any cords still tying you to the room. And then tapping on top of your head, I acknowledge any wounds to the masculine inside of the eyebrows, inherited and or my own, outside of the eyes, or in relation to any trauma under the eyes. I am open to releasing these. And then holding in front of you any wounds, any beliefs, any trauma around the masculine, nodding to that. And releasing those wounds. And releasing any cords tying you to that. And then really imagining that you're holding one hand your feminine and the other hand your masculine energy. Notice how they feel, if they feel about equal. If one feels heavier than the other, stickier. And if that's the case, you might want to keep tapping, but if not, bring the two together in a way that feels good. It might be like this, might be like this. And bringing into your body the possibility of both these energies working in harmony within you, the intuitive, feminine yin energy, helping you access your own knowing, your intuition, what wants to come through you. And then the masculine helping bring that to fruition. Knowing that if one is without the other, the intuition without the bringing into a manifest world ends up just feeling like it's spinning on its own axis. There might be frustration at not being able to bring it up into the world. If the masculine is working without the feminine, then it's just a lot of self-perpetuated doing energy that's not embedded in something deeper. And so then it can be very surface level and corrosive. And so really feeling within you what it's like when they're separate and what it's like when they're together. And then bringing these two energies working in harmony into your heart. Feeling that, filling your heart with this balance of the feminine and the masculine, spreading into your neural pathways, your nervous system, spreading into your bones, your muscles, your cells, your organs. Spreading into the lymph and the tissues, your bloodstream, and lining up your skin and radiating out into your energy field. When you're ready, taking a deep breath, tapping all over your body, Taking it out, touching something grounding. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Do let me know how it went. The comments are always helpful for me, and feel free to set up a free half-hour consultation if you want to know more about my work. Thank you so much.